Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting noisy and messy. The center can no longer hold. Things are falling apart in William Ruto's government. This night, it has been proved and confirmed that Kenyans are dealing with a criminal government. And I'm saying that based on an expose by Raila Odinga this night, where Raila Odinga alleges that Rigathi Gachagua met some top government leaders and they planned on how to counter Azimio's mass action tomorrow. In that Rigathi and his team, the government will be sponsoring youths, and some of those youths have already been booked in hotels who will be attacking Azimio supporters and Azimio leaders tomorrow. And these goons will be carrying all sorts and forms of crude weapons. And the interesting bit and the most annoying bit about it is that some Azimio leaders, the ones we saw at State House, saying they went to State House for development, they are also in the plot. The government wants to use them in Azimio strongholds to attack Azimio supporters and Azimio leaders in Raila Odinga strongholds. And these leaders, the ones who are seen at State House, and some rebels, have booked some goons in hotels in those areas. So tomorrow those goons will be attacking Azimio leaders and Azimio supporters. So we have a government sponsoring goons on its own citizens, instead of the government making sure its people are safe. Is the government that intends on harming its people. In this video, I want us to dig deep into this story for Kenyans to know the games being planned, the ongoing games behind the scenes. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. So, it's true, the government wants to counter Azimio demonstrators tomorrow. And this is not the first time we are seeing the government desperate to counter Azimio demonstrators. When Raila Odinga announced the start of the demonstrations, we saw Malala also issuing some threats that they were also going to stage demonstrations to Raila Odinga's current residence. That failed, that backfired. And even this one, I'm very sure it will fail, it will backfire. And I'm saying that based on what we have seen in other parts of the world. The recent one being in Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, when the demonstrations, the protests began, the government started by unleashing the police, then the army, and then eventually the government was unleashing goons on Sri Lankans. All that backfired and failed. The president then, Gotabaya, had to flee. And if actually it's true, that's what the government intends on doing tomorrow, I'm very sure that will most definitely fail. And I'm very sure that the few goons who will be used to try to silence the thousands of demonstrators will be actually overpowered, because there won't be more than the thousands of Kenyans who will turn out for the demonstrations. So to those goons, maybe, it's almost certain and very clear their plans will fail. They'll actually be overpowered, because this is like an idea whose time has come. Nobody can stop it. Not even the strongest of armies can stop it. It's a fact Kenyans are actually going through a lot of pain. Kenyans are protesting against the high cost of living. So even those Kenyans will not be turning out to demonstrate. In their homes, they will be praying and supporting the demonstrations to succeed. So for a few goons to be used to try and thwart that, in my honest opinion, their plans will backfire. It will fail. And to the Azimio rebels, who are now being used and they've booked goons in Raila Odinga's strongholds to cause chaos, their days are also numbered. And let me, even before I dig deep into that, let me say this. Any leader supporting this government, that's a leader coming out as an enemy of the people. And I'm saying that because where it has reached, no need of pretending, no need of sugarcoating things. Any leader supporting this government, whether that leader is your father, your uncle, your relative, your friend, that's your enemy. That's somebody actually fighting very hard to deny you the freedom you are currently enjoying. And I'm saying that because Kenyans fought so hard for Kenya to be where it is right now. As it is in the Constitution allows Kenyans to picket, to demonstrate, and to protest. Ruto's government is trying to do away with that. And we are seeing some leaders supporting him, including those who campaigned on the platform of Azimio. Those who were even voted in because they were in Azimio. They have turned against the very, very people who voted for them. And this is why I strongly believe, if you have a friend supporting this government, be it a friend, a relative, whoever, cut links with that friend. That's an enemy of the people. That's your enemy. And this is why sometimes I find it very hard when I see some people from the lake saying that some leaders supporting William Ruto. In fact, I lack words to actually tell those people. But just cut links with those individuals, whether not elected leaders, any person supporting this oppressive regime, cut links with that person. Because where it has reached, hakuna kubembelezana, ladies and gentlemen. And besides all that confirms that Ruto's government has failed. It fears the people. Because if this was a delivering government or a performing government, it could have no issues with Kenyans expressing their opinion. This government is trying to silence critics because it knows it has failed to deliver. So it does not want Kenyans to be informed, to be told what is happening here. Those are signs of a failed government, a government that already knows it will not deliver. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us just as I did indicate, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to send your support to the number. Above all, as I conclude, William Ruto left the country today for a 4-day tour to Germany and to Belgium. If you only tie the dots, you are seeing exactly why William Ruto has left the country. I won't be wrong to say he might be well briefed and informed of what is happening here. But the only way Kenyans can actually beat all these evil schemes by this government is for Kenyans to turn out in their millions in making sure they send a very clear message to William Ruto and to his government, to their goons. If Kenyans were planning to turn out maybe 1 million, let Kenyans tomorrow turn out in their millions. Let's have even 5 million Kenyans tomorrow on the streets. That will actually overpower, and thwart all these evil schemes by this regime. Because I strongly believe that if Kenyans relax, if they relax, then this government is only but going to be oppressive. The die is now cast. Hakuna kubembelezana is now forward. Let Kenyans turn out in their millions to defend their rights. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.